right here with another award-winning episode of my Blodeo. This one is episode 3, but this one's a special one. This is going to be dedicated to all the people who helped me when I was battling COVID, which was the video I just posted earlier. And sorry, that was a rather long one. I was shooting for like 10 minutes, but it went longer than I thought because all the information I wanted to let out. But this one's a special video. I want to say thank you to everybody who basically all my family, my friends, the love of my life. Thank you for calling, messaging, asking me if I was doing all right. Thank you for saying saying if I needed anything that you guys would be there for me. Like if I needed something to let you know and you guys would get it for me. I know I did not ask, but still it was nice to know that you guys cared enough to offer me that. Special thank you to my sister who basically took care of me while I was quarantined because she also had to be quarantined. But she was lucky because she didn't have to go through what I did. And it was, as you saw in the previous video, it was a mess. I was a mess. Thought I was dying. Thank you to my siblings who were kind enough to keep me company by messaging me, even though I could not physically be at the Christmas party or New Year's, or when my brother and sister were here on Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve, and I could not come out of my room. Thank you guys for being there and whatnot. Thank you to my sister-in-law's mom who called me and asked me how I was doing. And I had a nice conversation with her, and she could tell that I could not talk very much, and because at that point I was like breathing difficulties hit me hard and I could not talk very much, and it was really nice of her to call me and talk to me. I want to thank a few of my coworkers, Connor, Joe, and Big Sean, for messaging me and letting me know that if I was doing okay, if I needed anything. That was Connor. Connor asked me if I needed anything. And it meant a lot that you guys took time out of your day to ask me how I was doing and everything, and then wishing me Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that stuff, because I really couldn't do anything. Thank you to the love of my life who also messaged me constantly and to ask me how I was doing today, and I love you, my beauty. Yeah, another thank you to my nephew who called me to ask me. First, he asked me like how I was doing, and I was like, "Oh, I'm doing good, not so good actually." And then he's like, "Oh, hey," he kept it normal for like a normal conversation, like, "Hey, we just finished The Mandalorian. Me and my girlfriend are gonna want to watch the Star Wars film. We want to know what order would you recommend it?" And I was like, "Oh, you could do it any number of ways. You could watch the original trilogy first or the prequels first. It's whatever you want. Like, I told them if I were you guys, I just watch it in order. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then he asked me like, "What about Han, the Han Solo movie? Is that where does that go?" I'm like, "Oh, in between 3 and 4." It's like okay, and so we while still being on the phone, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna watch the Phantom Menace with you guys." He's like, "Okay, cool," and so they try to do a watch party, but it worked on my phone, but not in my room. My room does not. My PlayStation does not have that option in the Disney Plus app. So we were watching it almost perfectly timed. I was a few seconds ahead of him. Um, so we watched The Phantom Menace together while on the phone. We were joking about Padme being a cradle robber, basically, because she was like several years older than Anakin. He was like 9. She was like, what, 14? I forget how old she was, but we just kept joking that back and forth, and it was fun. I really liked it. But again, it was a hard time talking and breathing. And then in our group message, my niece was like, "Yeah," he was telling me how much fun you guys had watching Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, and he said like you sounded bad when you couldn't talk very much. I'm like, "Yeah, I really couldn't, but I did have a lot of fun watching that movie with him." Um, and it was really cool. Thank you for that, by the way. I don't know if he'll watch this or not, but it was really cool. We tried it again with Attack of the Clones, but we had to stop. I'm gonna say halfway through it because his baby was having. Uh, I want to say, I don't want to say it, but like she wasn't feeling good, so he had to end the call and then call the pediatrician or the baby doctor that they have, and I was worried for her, but she's doing fine. But thank you all for being there for me when I remember telling this to the love of my life, and I was like, "Babe, I can't. If I do have COVID, I want to be alone on Christmas. I want to be alone on New Year's." And then she told me like, um, she said, you're never alone," and she was right. I never was alone because I had my family who messaged me, my friends and coworkers who messaged me, my beautiful love of my life, who is my tell her all the time, my positivity and strength, who messaged me on the daily. So I didn't really feel alone, which was good because I honestly thought I would be alone, but I wasn't. So the next, my sister told me, "Hey, do you want to open up Christmas gifts on the New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve?" And I was like, "No, I'm not feeling it." And it's like, "Okay, we'll just do it tomorrow because I wanted to get ready, like get some rest." She's like, "Okay, we'll do it tomorrow on Christmas Day," and I was still sick, and it's like, "Okay, um, come on." When I woke up, I was like, "Okay, come on, guys, we'll go do it real fast because I'm strong enough to do this. I don't know how long my strength would last." And so they're like, "Okay, okay." So I had one of my sisters, who will be in one of my teaser trailers, got me a cup a mug and some cookies. The mug is the Ralph's a Super Nintendo Chalmers, and I loved it because it had the Super Nintendo controller on the cup. And then I was like, this is so cool. It's hilarious. I love it. I'm planning on using it to make coffee, which I probably will right now. And uh, I got a flash shot glass, which is really cool, and I want to use that soon too. Um, I got a Star Wars calendar, which was really amazing because I have it up for 2021. And I got the best gift ever, and it is a new headset for my gaming, for my Xbox and PlayStation. It's so cool. I used it so many times so far, and I love it because it has both earbuds. The one I used before only has the one on one side, which is annoying. I like to have them both balanced. So I love it, and I tell her every single day, like, that's the best gift you could got me. And I love it so much because I can use it for my Xbox or my PlayStation 4. And I tell her that every single day, and she smiles. But to be perfectly honest, I won Christmas 2020 from the gift I gave her. Um, I still haven't gotten um, my Secret Santa, which was it's funny. I got my sister-in-law's mom, and she got me. I haven't been able to get my gift since it's at my brother's house, and I haven't been able to go over there since quarantine. But I won 2020 Christmas, folks, because you the best reaction you could get is like, "What? Are you fucking crazy? What? Are you crazy?" So I'm gonna condense the story real fast. I knew what I was gonna get her and her boyfriend. I knew what I was gonna get them even before I got it, because I was like, I'm gonna get them the PlayStation 5. No question. It was a big thank you gift for. Uh, this was before COVID. How my plans like as a thank you for when I moved in with her. Like she did a lot for me. Like, hey, for the first year since I didn't have a job or anything, she let me live there rent free. And then once I got the job, she said my rent would be like X amount, and then X not again. She raised it because they raised it, and but for the while, like I didn't pay rent for a year, and I was like, I'm gonna do that as a thank you for them. So my connection, I can't say who my connection is. I asked him one day that, hey, do you have any PlayStation 5s? He's like, yeah. Yeah, sure. What do you want? The one with the disc slot or no disc slot? And I'm like, oh, one with the disc slot would be fine. I'm pretty sure my sister won't mind it. And he was like, oh, it's for your sister? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be your Christmas gift. It's like, oh, okay. So I wrapped it. I bought Turbo Man wrapping paper, and my family is obsessed with me and my siblings. Like, we were obsessed with Jingle All the Way. Like, we watched it every year. And Turbo Man is the main toy in that show or in the film. I bought some Turbo Man wrapping paper, right? And I was like, I'm gonna wrap their gift in it. So I wrapped it. This was before COVID, because I got the PlayStation 5 way before, in like November. So I wrapped it after I got it, made sure no one was home. So I wrapped it, hid it in my closet, and then Christmas Eve I put it out Christmas Day. And it's like, what the hell is this? Like I joked with them, like it's a new computer, it's a new keyboard. And when she opened it, because she was the one opening it, and her boyfriend was just like next to Harley, the cat, and she opened it and she's like, what the hell? I'm like, what the fuck? Are you crazy? She looked at me and called me crazy. He's like, what? are you crazy? How did you get this? Like, I know a guy. It's like, what? And then her boyfriend was like, what is it? And she opened it like, it's a PlayStation 5. Like, are you fucking insane? Where did you get one? And I'm like, I have my connection. And I really wish I recorded her reaction because it was the best thing ever. And then I told her, hey, you better make sure it's in there because I don't know if my connection joked with me about like putting just rocks in there, and she like opened it. She's like, yeah, it's in here. Like, are you fucking crazy? Oh my goodness, thank you. Like, she told me it was the shock and the processing of what it was that blew her mind. And it was so cool because like that's the best reaction ever. It made me like smile so much. And so every day since she got it, she's been playing Tomb Raider. And they have it connected to the television in the living room because she's like, oh yeah, you can play it too. I'm like, nah, I got that more for you guys. I'm not gonna play it. I got my PS4 and my Xbox. And yeah, she plays it like every day, which is really cool, and I'm really glad. But the reaction was literally the best thing ever. Um, yeah. So I just thought I wanted to share that what I got for Christmas. So this episode is my thank you slash how I spent Christmas Day. Um, though afterwards, after she opened it and started playing, and I went back to my room. Well, she didn't play right away. I went back to my room because they were going to spend some time with his dad, and so I was just like, okay, cool. So I went back in my room, tried to sleep, and then when they came back, like, come on, we got this is a once in a lifetime opportunity thing that PlayStation says it's really cool. So like, okay. So I came out and it turned when they turned it on, it looked amazing. Like it was really cool. I can't even describe what it was because I forgot what it looked like. I'm not gonna lie. I was like half doped up on medicine. Um, but it was cool. I remember it being cool, and then they played for a little bit, and then they downloaded their games, and the graphics from the PS5 on this television was simply beautiful, really amazing, incredible. At one point, she was like, "I'm gonna try to test it out in my room one day just to see how the difference between your television and my television is." And I was like, "Okay, like it's your guys' PS5. I'm not gonna play it, so you guys do what you gotta do." So that's how I spent my Christmas. Um, it was a really fun day. Kind of sucks though that we couldn't spend it with my whole family because we were both quarantined. But yeah, thank you all for all the well wishes for my family, friends, and the love of my life. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. When I felt I was gonna be alone, I did not feel that way after all the text messages, phone calls. It was incredible. Thank you. Please, uh, actually, this video is more for them and everybody else who is just bored and curious. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and watch all my other stuff on TikTok and my Instagram. Yes. Thank you.